What's up, you kooks? Welcome back to Cycle Trash Garage. I'm your host, Martin Lopez, and you're watching Cycle Trash TV, the show where I teach you how to fuck up your bike one step at a time. Today, it's not going to be so much of a metal fabrication show. I am cleaning up some parts on this customer bike, and I'm just going to show you how to do it the lazy way. So what I'm doing here is I'm cleaning up these forks. As you can tell, they're really rusty from the bottom triple shred, and they're just really dirty from it being used up and put away for a long time. I'm doing some work on this customer bike, which I'm also going to have a video on how to do a couple things for what I'm doing to it. But today I'm just going to do how to remove all this rust from here without having to take off your forks. Eventually I am going to lathe these down to have a smooth finish all the way through, but for today I'm just going to clean off this and see how that goes, just for the sake of uploading something. So here we go. I'm going to start off with the brush, just a wire brush, and take off what I can. As you can see, it's taking off the majority of that stuff there. I'm not sure what the customer has in plan for this thing. As far as the triple trees go, they're probably going to take them apart and do a fresh paint coat on it, but that's kind of on him. But because they do plan on taking them off at some point, I'm pretty sure, I am going to plan on taking them off myself and throwing these through a lathe and just hitting them with some emery cloth, so you can get kind of like a nice smooth all the way through finish, and it'll stop that rust from continuing that's underneath the triple tree. You can see all that dust and the rust coming off. Kind of just hit whatever spots. I'm not trying to get too fancy with it and try to stay very like one direction. You know, it's kind of wherever my arm fits. This brush only fits in so many areas before it's getting stopped by the back of the triple tree or the bottom of the neck. But as you can see, a wire brush takes off a lot of it. Just makes the job a lot easier. And here it's really gunky, so that's probably not going to come off until it gets thrown through the lathe. You know, and that's the shitty part, is like, recommended, I would honestly just take them off and then clean them off all the way through with however you want to do it, and then repolish them if you have to. With me, I'm getting this step out of the way because I ran out of welding gas, so it kind of limited the stuff I can do today. There was a couple other things I could have done, but with time being an issue at the moment, I figured I'll just do this today and then come back some other day and finish what I need to finish. I need to go pick up welding gas. Once I'm able to get off what I can, I take like some, I don't know, 240 grit sandpaper. Just have at it some more. You can't see it in here, but there's like oil and gunk, dirt gunk all dried up inside here, which also needs to come off. But spray it with some suspension cleaner and that'll do the trick. But as you can see, it doesn't need to be very heavy grit paper. It can just be 240 stuff, and it cleans it up really nice. Take your time too. The more you rush things, the worse it comes out. But you can see it's already looking a whole lot nicer than it was not long ago. We're back. These stupid batteries that I have, shitty little Harbor Freight batteries, only last about 8 minutes before they're dead, and you gotta switch them out. I really wish I had a charger that connects to the wall for this camera, so I don't always have to be switching them out. It's just always dying out on me. you know, I just get in there with this, you know, 240. Actually, I don't even think this is 240. I think this is like 1 something. No, yeah, this is 240. Because the last one I did was 240, and then I ended up switching it up to like 400. Something like that. I already did this one side, and then I decided, well, this will probably be a pretty decent video, so why not just film me doing it. My next step is using this stuff. Spectro Suspension Cleaner. Shout out to Nash Motorcycle Company for being completely oblivious when I asked them if I can have one, and I took a whole case of them. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna spray this on, take off the gunky stuff with it. This stuff works great. It's almost like brake cleaner, but it's specifically made to be used on suspensions and whatnot. I don't know much about this stuff. I don't know if it's like brake cleaner where if you get it on plastic and rubber parts, it'll start deteriorating it. I'm always worried about using this kind of stuff on anything that might get fucked up if you use too much of it, so I would just use it with a little bit of caution. I wouldn't go too hard with it, and I would just avoid using it around plastic rubber parts like these rubber seals, so you don't have to deal with having to replace anything later. We're trying to keep it simple, and we're trying to keep it cheap. It would kind of defeat the purpose if we went and fucked up our parts that we have to later go and take everything apart to fix. Shout out to Labworks Print Shop in LA, down in Lakewood, California. They're the ones that do our t-shirts. Cool dude. I gotta hit him up. He's had some shirts printed up of mine for a while, and I've just been lagging on the dude. Been really busy. Been working a lot. I need to take some time away from everything for a little bit and reset. It's been a while since I've done anything with myself. Adult life sucks. If you're not an adult yet, don't grow up. It's probably the best advice I can give. But it's shit advice considering everyone has to grow up at some point. Alright, now that it's fairly clean, you know, if you're not one of those dickheads that feels like you have to have everything super neatly polished before you go on your weekend warrior ride, then this is good enough. Then all I gotta do now is take a piece of Scotch-Brite, kind of smooth everything over. Try to blend stuff in a little bit. You can see where it all was all gunged up in there, which it probably won't blend in until I put it through a lathe. But this will do for now. I think the customer is gonna put some fork boots on here. So from here to here, it probably didn't even matter. It originally had some fork boots on there. They were so beat up. This thing's like a 73, or I believe 76 maybe even. And it had everything original that was originally on there, so you can imagine all the plastic parts on it were pretty brittle. And yeah, those fork boots that I had on them were toast. I don't even think I had to cut them off. I think I flicked one of them and it just kind of came undone. But This bike was stored away. It belonged to his grandpa, I believe it was, and you know, rest in peace to that guy. But he passed away, I believe, and he handed over the bike to him. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if he did pass away. I think actually he's still alive. I'd have to ask him again, but yeah. I know one of them is for sure, from what I can remember. I can't remember if this bike belonged to him or not, but anyways, he decided he's gonna take it, do a little bit of cafe stuff to it. I just been doing some metal work to it, taking my time, you know, been working a lot, so it's a little hard to get in here, but hopefully by this weekend everything is done up on it and we're ready to go with it. What's that? A little bit of elbow grease. I think all in all this took me about 15 minutes. Alright, you guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time. Check back soon. I'm gonna have some metal fabrication work on this bike video on how to weld up a big gap. When I did this, I cut up a big gap on the back end of it and I need to fill it in. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, my little man. Alright, you guys, go fuck yourselves.